So here we have two nutrition labels for two breakfast cereals, and just going through the label, the basic information that is on here, we're starting with servings per pack and serving size in grams. Then you move on to information per serve and information per 100 grams. And then we've got here energy in kilojoules or calories. Calories tends to be what we work in here in New Zealand. Protein, fat, total fat and saturated fat. You've got carbohydrates total and what percentage or what part of the carbohydrates is sugar, and sodium and dietary fibre. You may also find some other information on a food label as well. I like to use the per 100 grams because this essentially gives you a percentage. So if we read down the this particular food label here, that we can see that 8.6% of this breakfast cereal is sugar. So it gives you a nice easy way to read the label, just giving you what percentage of your food is carbohydrates, protein, fat, etc. So if we compare the two food labels together, so we'll have a look at the highlighted sections. So cereal 1 has 0.3 grams of saturated fat, and cereal number 2 0.2 grams of saturated fat. So it's quite a small amount on either. When we look at the carbohydrates, we've got 67% carbohydrates with cereal 1 and 85% in cereal 2. Of those, it's 2.8 sugar with the first one and 8.6% sugar with the second one. So if we were making our decision based on carbohydrates, or more specifically sugar, then cereal 1 would be the better choice. We have sodium in here, and you can see again the sodium. There's more salt in the second cereal than the first, and then moving down to dietary fibre, we can see that there's more, 10 times in fact as much dietary fibre in cereal number 1 as cereal number 2. So if you were going to choose between these two cereals, you would be choosing number 1 would be my suggestion. We'll have a look at this a second food label just in here, and this one compares wheat crackers and sweet biscuits. So one of the other important bits of information that's on the food label is serving size. So you can see a serving size here is 2 biscuits, and there are 8 serves per pack. So obviously there's 16 biscuits in this particular pack, which doesn't mean that you can eat the whole packet. It's suggesting that the packet should last you 8 serves. So sharing with 4 friends or over 8 different sittings. So looking down to the bottom of the food label here, we can see the ingredients on this particular one. So the thing to note is that the first ingredient is always the highest, and the last ingredient is always the lowest in terms of number of or amount of ingredients in your food. So you can see this one, you've got flour, sugar, butter, coconut and flavour, and with the wheat crackers you've got wheat flour, vegetable oil, salt, poppy seeds, sugar, garlic and pepper. So probably just from looking at where the sugar appears in here, you'd be able to guess that there's more sugar, 36% in here, than sugar over here, which is 5.1%. Again, you probably don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure out that wheat crackers would win over sweet biscuits every time. So that's just a very quick breakdown of food labels. I hope you found it helpful, and it answered a few questions for you. Hi, James from Imagine Fitness, and today I'm just going to talk through the basics of food labels. All food other than fruit and veg has a nutrition label on it, anything that comes in a packet. So make sure you check out the food labels of the food that you're eating, compare different brands, different products, and see what's the best choice for you.